Okay, we're gonna now convert decimals into fractions. And I want you guys to repeat after me. Easy peasy. Go ahead. Easy peasy. Now, I know I've told my students in the past there's no such thing. It's an insult to anyone to blurt out, oh, that's easy. And if someone doesn't find it easy, what? They're supposed to feel like less smarter than you? I don't think so. But in all genuinity, this is, I promise you, it's easy peasy. So once you understand how to convert fractions to decimals, where especially the ones where the divisor or the denominator exponentially increases by 10, like 10, hundreds, thousands, as I explained in the previous video, you will love this. So here we go. Here we have decimals. Now take a look at this. Here we have 0.2, as you would say in layman terms, which is actually, you would say 0.2, but in mathematical language, this is 2/10, right? Which as a fraction is written as 2/10. 2/10, because that's what decimals are. Remember, we talk about whole numbers exponentially in terms of their place value increase by 10. So if the tens, the hundreds, the thousands, the 10,000s, etc. But when you're dealing with decimal, it exponentially increases, or I want to say decrease, because the number gets smaller technically, by tenths, because that's 1/10. So it's tenths, hundreds, thousands. So this is something I've explained to you before, but I'm just repeating it because I want to show you the link, how they connect. All right, so we see that 0.2 is actually 2/10, because the highest place value of your only digit there is in the tenths place, right? So in the decimal 0.2, 2 is in one decimal place, so 10, right? That's why I keep mentioning, oh, use your zero as a guide to tell you how many places your decimal number will be when we were converting from fractions to decimals. So where the place value of the last digit is, in this case, the only digit, is in the tenths place. So hence the translation 2/10. However, because we are doing fractions, right? So now we're converting decimals to fractions. We have to keep the cardinal rule in mind that all fractions must be written in simplest form. So we can't just end here at 2/10. Guys, you're going to lose points. Here it's recorded. You can play it again and again. You must reduce fractions. So if you tell me that your decimal 0.2 or 2/10 is translated as 2/10, you will definitely lose a point. Fractions, all fractions must be written in simplest form. Therefore, your final answer should be 1/5 when we reduce that. So let's take a look at another one. What is 0.43 as a fraction? You said it correct. I'm so proud of you. Yes, 43 hundredths, right? Because the last digit, the highest place value of this decimal, is in the hundredths place. So for the decimal 0.3, we see that it has two decimal places. So two zeros, like 1 and 2 zeros, where the highest place value, or the place value of the last digit, is in the hundredths place. So since 43 and 100, ooh, another typo. Nobody brought that to my attention. I can see who's reading and who's not. All right. So since 43 and 100 do not have a GCF, or no common, I should say any common factors. I'm going to fix that too. Any common factors to reduce or cancel out, it stays as is. So 43 over 100, that's the simplest form it can be. Now let's take a look at another one. Here we go. So what is 2, and actually I'm actually saying it, but no, I'm going to say it in layman language. What is 2.567 as a fraction? So, okay, I know I'm pushing it here. So let us dissect this. First of all, let us recognize that there's a whole number and a decimal. Recall section 5, example E, right? So let's go section 5, example E. Let's see where that is. It's section 5. Oh my goodness, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh my goodness. Section 5, example E. Oh goodness. Here we go, section 5, example E, 22/10, right? Where we have an improper fraction, right? Okay, let's get back to where we were. Here we go. So also recall how to write from standard form to words, because I'll be expressing 2.567 in words. So 2.567 is 2 and 567 thousandths. Written as a fraction will be 2 567 thousandths. You see that? 2 and 567 thousandths. So we produced a mixed number. So whenever you have a decimal with a whole number and a fraction, it's actually a mixed number. That's why I was recalling the 22/10, because that's an improper fraction, and we made it into 2 and 2/10. I remember that ended up to be 2.2, right? Check out the previous video. So notice that 2 is a whole number and 567 is the decimal part that is in 3 places, so 3 zeros, where the highest place value or the place value of the last digit is in the thousands place. So let's take a look at what your wonderful text has. It has 1, 2, oh, they're generous here. Oh, they mean business. 3, 4, 5. No, only 4. Oh, those are right in words. Oh, boy. All right. So they have 4 examples of where they would like you to convert decimals into fractions. So let's take a shot at it. Let's take a shot at it. Since it's a lot of problems, why not? So here we go. We have 0.501. Now, it really helps if you say this in words. This is 501 thousandths. 501 thousandths, right? 3 places, 3 0. The highest place value is in the thousands, 1 thousandths. And I have a feeling 501 is prime. And I have a feeling, a very good feeling, that they may not have anything in common. Let me see, 3? No, wait. Why am I stressing this? I'll just check the answer. What is that? Number 4? Let's see. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, gosh, I got to turn the page so many times. Okay, I checked the answer and bam. Okay, it's prime. So, and they don't have any common factors or a GCF. What was the next one? The next one was 0.07. Again, this would help if I said it in the proper terminology. This is 7 hundredths because it's in the hundredths place. So that's 7 and 100. 2 places, 2 zeros. All right, let's try another one. Is there anyone that they're gonna demonstrate that's gonna be reduced? Oh goodness, let's just make up one. Let's just let's try 3.14. Okay, which is 3 and 14 hundredths, right? 2 places, 2 0. 4's in the hundreds place, and it's 3 and, right? Whole number. So that's clearly whenever we have a whole number and a decimal, it's a mixed fraction. And we could convert this mixed fraction to an improper fraction. This would be 314 over 100. That's another way you can see it, and it can be asked to convert to a decimal, right? Which you'd have to do is convert it to a mix, right? Convert to mix. And when you convert it to a mix, this is what your mix will look like. However, we are not done here because we can see obviously 14 and 100 are even numbers. So they have a common factor of at least 2. So this is 3 and 7 over 50. And I don't think 7 and 50 has anything in common. So this would be my fraction. All right, guys, that's it for converting decimals to fractions. On to the next.